Let's be honest, few questions spark as much curiosity, rumor, and debate as this one: how much length can a woman actually take during intimacy? Men whisper it, women laugh about it with friends, and society throws around myths like confetti. But the truth, it's far more fascinating than numbers on a ruler. The answer isn't just biology, it's trust, psychology, and connection. So let's dive in. Curiosity about sexuality is as human as breathing. It's one of the things that binds us together across cultures and generations. For centuries, people have wrestled with the question of what a woman's body can truly handle, sometimes turning it into competition, sometimes into insecurity. But the deeper we look, the clearer it becomes: there is no one-size-fits-all answer. There is only the body, the mind, and the moment. To ground the conversation, let's start with anatomy. The vaginal canal, when a woman is not aroused, averages around 3 to 4 inches in depth. Already, that surprises many, because cultural myths often paint a very different picture. But anatomy is not fixed. It's adaptable. With genuine arousal, the female body goes through a process called tenting. The walls expand, the canal elongates, and the body prepares itself for connection. When arousal is real, when she is mentally present, emotionally safe, and physically engaged, that depth can increase to 5, 6, sometimes even 7 inches. It's a biological design, an extraordinary mechanism to accommodate intimacy in a way that feels natural, not forced. The body isn't a rigid machine. It's responsive, fluid, and tuned into her emotional state. And that emotional state is everything. A woman who feels safe, cherished, and respected opens not just her body, but her entire being. On the flip side, if she feels pressured, rushed, or disconnected, even an average size can feel overwhelming. This is where many people misunderstand the conversation. It's not only about physical capacity, it's about whether her body and mind are aligned in the moment. Now, here's where myths get challenged. Yes, some women have comfortably taken 8 or 9 inches, but those are specific circumstances: deep trust, complete arousal, emotional surrender. But that doesn't mean all women want that, or that it should be the expectation. Bigger isn't automatically better. Sometimes, bigger without readiness can cause pain, tension, or even emotional withdrawal. Think of it like music. A drum can be powerful, but if you pound too hard without rhythm, the sound becomes noise. Intimacy works the same way. Too much force or disregard for timing ruins the entire melody. Angles matter too. The question is not only how deep, but where and how. Positions like doggy style or deep standing thrusts often lead to the cervix being struck. For many women, that's not pleasurable at all. It can feel like a sudden sting or an internal thud that breaks the flow. By contrast, positions like missionary or woman on top give her more control, letting her regulate depth, rhythm, and pace. That control often makes the experience far more satisfying. This is why reading signals is essential. A woman communicates with her body constantly. If she pulls back slightly, goes quiet, or her breath changes, those are messages. Ignoring them is like trying to waltz with someone who's tapping their foot in another rhythm. Real intimacy is about attunement. Here's a layer most men miss: emotional safety directly affects physical comfort. When trust is present, the nervous system relaxes, blood flow increases, natural lubrication improves. Even her pain threshold rises. Emotional safety isn't just nice, it's biological. Without it, the body closes. With it, the body blooms. And yet, society still pushes the idea that size is everything. Surveys and studies say otherwise. Over and over again, women report that what satisfies them most isn't length. It's connection. It's patience. It's skill. An average-sized man who listens, adjusts, and is emotionally present is often remembered as extraordinary, while a larger partner who is careless is forgotten, or worse, remembered for pain. Picture it like this: anyone can buy a sports car. Not everyone knows how to drive it. A man's value is not in the size of his engine, but in his ability to handle the road with care. Now let's touch on something often left in the shadows: past experiences. Many women carry memories of encounters that weren't gentle. Maybe they were rushed. Maybe they felt pressured. Those memories live in the body. Even if she trusts her current partner, her body might hesitate. That's why sensitivity, patience, and respect are critical. You're not only working with the moment, you're working with her history. And about the cervix, it isn't a target. Despite what some might think, pounding against it is rarely pleasurable. For many, it feels like a jarring interruption. Repeated strikes can cause soreness or even numbness, both physically and emotionally. So when she tenses or subtly pulls back, it isn't rejection. It's her body saying something's off. The wise response isn't to push harder, it's to listen. Of course, just as men's anatomy varies, so does women's. Some women naturally have more depth, elasticity, or sensitivity than others. Some feel fulfilled with 6 inches. Others may enjoy more, but only when the emotional and physical conditions are perfect. There is no universal number. There's only what feels right for her, with you, in that moment. That's why communication is golden. And communication doesn't need to be clinical. It can be playful. It can be intuitive. Eye contact, subtle movements, even a change in breathing. These are forms of dialogue. A woman may never say, "That's too deep." But her hips, her breath, or her silence might. The man who learns to read this language becomes unforgettable. And let's not overlook lubrication. It isn't just a physical factor. It's the body's way of saying yes. If she's naturally lubricated, her body is on board. If she isn't, it's not simply a physical issue. It's a signal that her mind or body isn't fully aligned yet. Ignoring this and forcing the moment breaks trust instantly. Respecting it, on the other hand, builds safety and deeper intimacy. Some men tie their self-worth to size. But size is neutral. It's neither a gift nor a curse. What creates unforgettable intimacy is the man behind it. His patience, his awareness, his rhythm, his ability to adjust. Intimacy isn't a performance, it's a dance. And in a dance, the beauty comes not from pushing, but from moving in sync. And the dance doesn't end at climax. Aftercare is as important as the act itself. Holding her, cuddling, asking how she feels. These small gestures build enormous trust. When a woman feels cared for afterward, she opens even more next time. Aftercare is like applause after a performance. It says, "You mattered to me. This wasn't just about me. It was about us." So, back to the question, how much can a woman really take? The simple truth, most women are comfortable with 6 to 7 inches when they're fully aroused and emotionally engaged. Some can handle more, but only when invited, never demanded. More is not about stretching limits, it's about trust. It's about whether her body and mind are in full harmony with her partner. And the final takeaway: it's never just about length. It's about comfort. It's about chemistry. It's about the way you make her feel before, during, and after. A woman's body is not a battlefield. It's a sanctuary. And when she feels safe in that sanctuary, true pleasure is not just possible, it's inevitable. So the next time the question comes up, forget the numbers. Forget the inches. Ask instead, how connected am I? How safe does she feel with me? How tuned in am I to her rhythm? Because in the end, satisfaction